morning, Dubai. This is the Lovin Dubai show with me, Casey.
And Farah.
And we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Today we're talking about bullying in schools and how schools and institutions can face up to $1 million dirham fine.
And a Dubai influencer called out brands expecting free work.
We're talking about a resident who had 22,000 dirham swiped from her bank account.
And we're also going to talk about how a Dubai man outsmarted a 4,000 dirham date scam.
In today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 29 to 36 degrees. Welcome back to the show, Farah.
Thank you.
So you were here on Monday as well because I was in Jordan.
Yes, and now I'm back again.
Because Nasa's sick, but she will be back.
Yes. Hopefully tomorrow.
But I want to tell you a little thing that happened in Jordan. So I've never been to Amman before.
Me neither. Was that good?
It was super short. It was like a work.
Right.
So we had a conference on the Saturday. And it was a media empowerment conference, which was kind of eye-opening. And then on Sunday, the team in Amman, so we have a Lovin Amman page. So they were like, we have to take you to the best place for food.
Great.
They were like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to eat. So,
want to try the food.
Try the food. Because there wasn't time to do like the long trips to...
Of course, makes sense.
Yeah, and so they took me to somewhere called Abu Jabara.
Abu Jabara, okay. Cool. I don't know anything about it, but it sounds nice.
And so
Restaurant?
it was Monday. It was a Sunday, but it was a Monday because their working week is Sunday to Thursday.
Yes.
And it was 11 a.m. and it was packed.
Oh.
Yeah, it was, and I was like all families. I'm like, who's working here? But anyway, that's what I do anytime I go out on a weekday.
Me too. I'm always like, what? Where? Everyone's here. No one's at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That aside, it was clearly like the place, and even Tarek was saying that when he was in university, this was the place that they would always go and hang out. And so the food was loads of hummus, loads of fata, loads of falafel.
Oh, yum. Oh my God, that sounds delicious.
It was really good.
And they probably make it so good.
It was excellent.
Oh my gosh.
It was really, really good. And it was super cool. It reminds me, have you ever been to Fool with hummus in Barsha?
No, I haven't. But I've had like really, really good food and hummus and all that stuff and falafel, like, of course. But I know Jordan would make it exceptionally well.
And we went to like the exceptional place. But one thing I noticed was we had this amazing tea, and then someone ordered a cola, and they brought Matrix Cola.
Okay.
So I guess
that's the brand.
Yeah, and it's a locally made in Jordan, so you can see it here. And it's it's an alternative to international brands, and that's the only one they sell.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we actually have but I didn't try it, and I regretted it.
Oh, you didn't try that one, Matrix?
No, and then I was like, why did I try it? Because I do like alternatives. I love the cola flavor.
Yeah, but you wanted to see if the alternative like matched.
And so I've got this, which is made in Afghanistan, and they have a headquarters in Dubai, but I don't know how to say it. It's
Alokoze.
Alokoze. Have you had it before?
No, I haven't.
So, alternative to cola. Sammy, you want one? You're off it?
I don't drink.
He doesn't do fizzy drinks.
Even just for the fact that we're on a live and we want to give the audience a reaction, no?
I can't do it.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. You don't drink. The pressure. Okay, so...
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's see how this alternative
So this is supposed
tastes.
to just give you that cola flavor, but this is obviously an alternative brand.
Yeah, and it's made in the region.
No.
I've never had it.
Oh, Kinza Cola.
Kinza Cola? I've never had it.
No. Haven't tried anything like a different brand.
Can you hear that fizz?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we hear it.
What is that?
Soda.
Wow, it sounds like fresh. I'm gonna give it a go. I feel like I like that better.
I should go for the sound.
Thing is, I'm not a cola person, so. But I actually like this better.
It's got a really good cola smell.
Is it less sweet?
There's something in it that's like, it's more subtle,
Yeah.
but it's good.
Yeah, no, I like it
It's
better.
really good. I can't get over how fizzy it is.
But in general, I'm also not a fizzy cola drinker.
Neither am I.
Really?
I'm not like a massive fizzy drinks person.
Me neither. I will always go for a juice.
But I will, solid, if you're looking for a alternative cola in the UAE.
Yeah,
Cool.
this is a good option.
And let's jump into people who should certainly not be drinking fizzy drinks is the little ones. We have an update on schools.
Yeah, so UAE schools can face a 1 million dirham fine and jail time for bullying. So big changes are coming to schools in the UAE, or maybe they've already been there. We're still not 100% sure on the details. But when it comes to tackling bullying, so the government has announced a stricter penalty to deal with bullying and neglect of children. Schools and staff could face fines of up to 1 million dirhams, prison time, and even school closures if violations are found.
So the rules apply across all schools, and they also include hotlines and emergency numbers, so incidences can be reported quickly.
Speaking on this was psychologist Dr. Samir Al-Khatib. He told Gulf News that bullying or abuse can leave deep scars on children's confidence and development, and strict accountability will push schools to put stronger preventative measures in place. I think that is a really good thing to know. If you didn't know this before, whether this was always been there, this has always been there for schools and stuff like that, it's really good to know at least that schools will receive some sort of repercussion if they don't try to deal with the bullying and the neglect of children. I feel like that's really important.
I agree. I think accountability is so important. I think it's so easy for schools to brush bullying under the carpet, and it's so common.
Yeah.
It's very, it can happen in small ways, and schools will brush it under the carpet until the big thing happens. And a big thing happened in my school after I left.
No way.
And it went from the parents took it to kind of national media to make the school deal with it, because it was a horrific story. And I don't think that happens if the smaller things haven't been allowed.
Yeah.
And if the school is strict on the smaller things. Now, the school did take strong lines on certain things. Like, I remember we started having cameras in school and people were using it for bullying purposes, just like taking photos of people when they didn't watch. And the schools were like, no cameras. Like, they got rid of them. But the school needs to have constant conversations with students about bullying. And it's still really hard. Like, it's still kids are kids.
Kids are kids. They're going to do what they're going to do. And at some point, it's just a fact of childhood. You're going to have to face a bully at one point. If you're not the bully yourself, hopefully you're not. But it's really important to have the conversation, and at least schools to acknowledge that we are always going to talk about this. We're always going to try to take measures to make sure that this doesn't happen and affect other students. And
I think it's really important for there to be a safe space for people to say it's happening.
Yeah.
Because whether or not you're the bully or being the bullied, there's a whole system of people that allow it happening. I saw bullying.
Of course.
Wasn't the perpetrator or the victim, not to a bad extent, but I don't think it even occurred to me to tell someone, you know?
Right.
It
Because, yeah, and a lot of the times the person that's being bullied, the student that's being bullied, they wouldn't tell.
They wouldn't tell.
Because they're afraid, I guess. They don't feel like they have a safe environment to go and tell someone. So they could tell their parents, but they also could not. They could tell a faculty member, but they also could not. And that's where you need to create a safe enough space, environment where a student would feel brave enough to talk about it and tell someone.
Yeah, or the friends in the environment. I feel like I would never have said if it was me, because even in small moments, because you never wanted to make your parents worried.
Right.
You never wanted to make them upset.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
I love school. I love it. Even in small situations when you felt left out or something, I would never bring it to my mom because I just didn't want to upset her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You feel like you don't want to upset your parents, so you just prefer not to say anything. And then you don't want to also be that student that teachers go like you don't want to be the teacher's pet either, where the teacher's like, okay, we're going to work together and everybody else pair up. And you don't also want to be that kid. So I guess that's why a lot of students just prefer not to say anything at all. But, at least now you know that there are repercussions.
The schools have your back, and I think it's just nice to be able to create a safe space for kids to openly discuss, and even kids who are maybe on the outer rim could bring it up too. Speaking of being open and vocal, let's move on to our next story.
A Dubai influencer calls out brands expecting free work. So Helena Shaheen posted a video along with a detailed caption where she said it's disappointing that creators in the region still struggle with underpayment or even no payment at all. She explained that even when influencers support brands organically, showing their talent and reach, that effort often isn't respected, yet brands still come back and ask for more free support.
So in a very simple but effective video, Helena made it clear she's done with this process. She said she'll now focus her energy on brands that will give real value connections and also support her back.
The reaction online has been very mixed. Some are praising her for taking a stand, while others say this could limit future opportunities. This was such an interesting one because I 100% agree that influencers should be paid for their time. But in this situation, she was talking about being invited to go to like an event or something like that. And she was like, well, here, thank you so much. I'm very honored to be invited. And here is my attendance fee. This is where she lost me a little bit. This is my own personal opinion.
Okay.
Because I feel like when you're invited, you're going to get something out of it anyway. You're going to go have a good time. A lot of the stuff are going to be free. Maybe you'll walk out with like a goodie bag or something, depending on the event, of course. But I feel like, why would you be paid to attend? That's what I don't understand. Because this isn't, they're not asking you to do anything. But
well, they actually end up. They do
end up asking.
because it's like you do the stories, you do the photos, so you attend in this. I think that not everyone attends these events for free, and the influencers with the bigger following get paid
to attend.
Like you're not going to see a 4 million influencer attend a beauty event.
True.
She's getting paid to go, and she'll get paid to post the stories, and so the influencers have to make that call. Is it worth am I going to get enough from this? Because the reality is they're only going to pay a certain number of influencers.
Of course.
And the sad reality is these beauty events, or I don't actually know if she said the type of event it was, but a lot of these beauty events, if you're not invited, all you want is to be invited. So one person not wanting to go, fine, that's your own thing. Unfortunately, you've got a lot of smaller influencers that would dream to be there because at their point they just want to get in the door.
Yes.
And you're at the point where you want to get paid because you're already in the door. And I totally get it because it's your time. And another influencer, Aina, in Dubai, she's spoken a lot about the cost to get to these events.
What it takes to get invited?
But the taxi, like the relative cost
like the actual. Okay, makes sense.
Makes sense. So it's like
Sure.
you might get a beauty bag with a perfume worth like 600 dirham, but you're paying 200 to get there and back, and then and also your time, and also it's this. So and I think an influencer is a business. Basically,
Yes.
you're trying to commoditize your account, and you have to decide what is right for your business at the end of the day, based on your followers and based on what other brands want to work with you. Would be my take.
I mean, this story definitely, has its mixed opinions, whether you're for or against. And I mean, the reality of the situation is, if you're an influencer and you get invited to these events, if you're not going to get paid, it's up to you at this point. If they are willing to pay you to come, sure. If they're not, you can sit that one out, I guess.
True, but so I think we're on the same page on this, but I do like her attitude.
Definitely.
And I like that she put it there. And interestingly, like Lovin Dubai, for example, we don't attend events for free. And we don't offer coverage for free. And it's the same thing. And it was like a year or two into the business, we said this isn't going to be a viable business plan for us to continue to go to the events and continue to kind of give these free bits of coverage. So we needed to in a similar way,
Yeah.
but without the post on social media, we spoke to PRs and we're like, this is how we can continue to operate. And she's gotten to the point where she's saying the same thing, but she's done it in a much sassier way. She's like, it's just like one video. Oh, I need to clean my screen.
Does it show? Oh, a little bit. It's okay.
Anyway, it's a great video. If you want to see it, it's on our feed. But actually, skip our feed, go directly to hers. It's Helena Shanin, Shaninn on Instagram. And okay, our next story: 22,000 dirham swiped. So we're talking about credit card fraud. Here's a story that will probably make you rethink how safe your cash is. Julie's a Dubai resident who recently got hit with a case of fraud. An unknown person managed to access her account and make purchases using worth 22,000 dirham using a digital wallet.
The moment Julianne noticed the transactions, she rushed to the police to file a report. But despite that, when she turned to her bank for help, she says they refused to take responsibility. Here's what the bank told her after careful review. They said the disputed transactions were completed in a secured environment and authorized through Google Pay. The bank explained that while the first Google Pay setup requires a one-time password sent to your phone or email, once it's activated, any future transactions don't need the OTP.
I can see how that happened. The bank's response was fair but blunt, I suppose. Since the payments were considered secure, they won't be able to recover the money for her. Instead, they advised her to deal directly with the merchant. They also added a warning reminding customers never to share OTPs and to be wary of calls from central banks, police, or even the bank itself.
But the bigger question here is, if fraudsters can get past all these secure systems, should the customer really be the one left paying the price?
Yeah, it's interesting, like who should shoulder the responsibility of this? Is it the bank, the merchant, or the customer? I feel for this story because I know her.
Really?
And this was like, yeah, she got in touch and she said she only wanted us to share this story for awareness purposes. She's not able to get the money back. And she said that money was school fees for the kids.
Ouch.
Beginning of the year, 22K.
That's not a little amount at all.
It's not a little amount. And I just fear like it's so easy for this to happen and it's so scary.
You need to be super, super careful. Like, I know like we all are very comfortable using our Google Pay, Apple Pay, all that stuff. But the reality of the situation is they don't need OTPs all the time. It depends sometimes. Like I know I have certain apps where they don't need my Face ID to click Apple Pay. I just click Apple Pay and it goes through. So you need to be super, super careful where you put your bank details and on what apps and all that stuff, because maybe this is where things go wrong. And obviously clicking links and all that stuff, you need to be extremely, extremely careful. Who knows?
It's the thing. So it's basically, this is just an awareness piece, and I think we need to do these often to remind ourselves, because I know that the banks are working super diligently. I have a new credit card and it's really annoying, but whenever I make a payment, I have to get a message, I have to go into the app and I have to authorize it. Every single time.
That's the reality of it. That's what we're going to have to keep doing as well, because they're going to stop this OTP thing, which is another thing that banks are doing to make sure that we don't get scammed and robbed.
Try to stay ahead of the scammers like this next man. So if you've heard dating in Dubai is tough, let's take a listen. Let's take a look at this story. It might make you think twice before your next date. So one resident got in touch. He told us he went on a date with a lady from Morocco, and we're giving these details just in case you find yourself in the same situation. And she ran a sports institute and she was doing some modelling on the side. All sounds fine and dandy. So they went on the date. However, throughout the evening, he just felt he got a bit of a, we call it women's intuition, I guess he got men's intuition, that the drinks kept coming, the waiter was hovering, and the place was strangely empty. And he just felt that like something was off.
I get that 100%. He trusted his gut, refused to eat or drink what she ordered, saying he was on intermittent fasting. Then came the bill, 4,000 dirhams. Suddenly, it was clear the whole staff was in on it.
Wow. And so they pressured him to pay. He said, arguing, you're the man, you should pay. But this man, he stood firm. He was like, I'm American. I'm only going to pay for what I ordered.
Okay.
And then, however, mid-scan, the woman apparently magically found 2,000 dirham. So the lesson, if the vibe feels wrong, trust your instincts. Don't be afraid to politely stand your ground. I'd be afraid. I'd feel uncomfortable with that situation.
I know.
The bill is so awkward.
I mean, I'm not the man if I'm going on a date like this, but if I'm ever put in a situation where I feel like, oh my God, I have to pay, I don't think I would be able to do what this man did and said, I'm only paying for what I ordered. And then the woman magically found 2,000 dirhams with her, and I'm like, in cash?
But it must be such a weird thing because you're sitting there and he obviously started the date probably thinking, oh, this seems like a nice person. And then noticing that she's ordering like expensive drinks, like to get to 4,000 dirham.
I feel like you'd have to order a lot. I mean, is there a possibility where the restaurant maybe like overcharged on the receipt?
Possibly. But
because I don't understand how, like, you know what I mean? Like, these things anyway cost money. And obviously the entire sum will go into the restaurant's pocket. But, like, there's got to be a way where they make sure that they benefit and then they would pay this woman who agreed with them.
Oh, yeah. So as in, she's ordering champagne. It could be an alternative. You know what I mean? Like, because he's not testing it.
Yeah.
So she's not actually getting the sum of that. But it's worth giving a shout out to the context of the story that this scam isn't. It's not the first time we've heard of it.
Oh yeah.
And Lovin Dubai actually exposed this back in July of similar situations at Erie restaurants. And it's happened multiple times. I feel like there's two scams in Dubai that you need to be aware of.
Yeah.
This dating scam, nice woman, expensive drinks, empty restaurant, and the suit scam.
The suit scam.
suit
I
scam.
was thinking clicking links and things like that.
Oh.
What do you mean by the suit scam?
Well, the clicking link is like a fraudster online scam. The suit scam is there's certain areas, and it's the Italian suit guy.
Oh wait, he wears a suit and he like asks for money or something like that.
He says he's on the way to the airport, and he has just come from a conference in Dubai, an Italian textile conference, and he has like 5 premium suits in his trunk, but he needs to get his kid like a PlayStation, which is like 2,500 euros. He's like, are you 6'2"? Are you? And he'll know your size, he'll know your measurements because he's a suit guy. And then he'll say, look, I've got these suits. I actually also have these watches. Would you? But I don't have cash.
Oh. So he'll give you the suit and take cash. And there you
with
go.
your suit. Yeah, I know a friend that it happened to. Yeah.
I mean, it's
2 suits and 2 watches.
It's so nice of the friend to say, yeah, sure, like I'll help you out and I'll take the suits. But obviously these suits are probably not worth that much.
No.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, poor guy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, be wary, guys. Like there are a few people that are out to scam you, but just stay diligent as much as you can.
Stay diligent. That brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show on this Wednesday morning. Thank you, Farah.
Thank you.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.
Bye.